Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? Hang on. Right, I'm here. Can you all hear me? Let me know. Um, we try. I've tried something different with the audio because Toby told me off the other day, and I literally only just jumped on here 5 minutes ago. Probably not even 5 minutes, maybe 1 minute ago. Hence, no lights, no nothing. Thanks everybody confirming that you can hear me and see me. That's good news. It's a great way to start the year, isn't it? Actually, thinking about it, this is the first one of the year, isn't it? And I've completely cocked it up. But it doesn't matter. We will worry about that later. So, how is everybody doing? Welcome to Bite Size, our Monday live stream where we hang out and talk about anything running, well, not even running shoes or kit related, really. So, I want to know from you if you're watching this live, yeah, professional as ever. Yeah, I want to know from you what you've been up to. Questions about running shoes, coaching questions, whatever stuff about the channel, podcast questions, what's going on, my diet, whatever. I don't know, whatever. I don't care. Everything's open for discussion tonight. Yeah, so we are recording this live. I've got to get my brain together. We're recording this live because this will also go as a podcast along with our Friday show. We record that live at 7 o'clock on a Friday, and they both go out as podcasts. And you're welcome to enjoy them at your own pleasure. And if you are out taking us out on your run, I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. We will be discussing the Alpha Fly 3 tonight. I know some of you were keen to talk about that. Just to bring you up to speed on what's coming out. I think we changed some of the ways some of the stuff comes out. So we're trying. I'm so apologise if I have to blow my nose because I think I might be getting a cold. But we have changed it slightly. So we have videos coming out Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, live stream Monday, live stream Friday, usual weekly vlog on a Sunday. That's how we're going to try it and see how we get on. Worry about all that later. But that's the plan for the moment. In terms of shoes, I'm hoping to get some New Balance stuff this week. I'm hoping to get some Brooks stuff. We've been putting some miles in the Nimbus 26. So we'll do something about that as well. What else? We've got, I think there's some other shoes coming in. But I'm not, I'll be honest with you, my brain's a bit fried in terms of what we got and what we haven't got. But tomorrow's video is really good. I can't recommend tomorrow's video enough. And I'm not just saying that to get views because I don't really care anymore. But tomorrow's, if you're looking for a pair of shoes early part of 2024, I'd really recommend you watch that one. I think you will like that one. So check that one out. That comes out tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Right, I think that's it. So like as I said, if you are tuning in live, thank you very much for joining us. Yeah, the reason I've not got a hat on, again, I just literally run up here, switch this light on, switch the camera on, and we went on. And that was it. Yeah, anyway. Should we all relax, take one step back and just relax for 2 seconds? So, yes, if you are watching this live, get your questions in and we're going to come on to them in just a minute. So, who wants to hear about the Alpha Fly 3? Anybody? I brought them up. That's one thing I did remember. Hang on. They're here. I actually cleaned them up quite well, I think, because they were absolutely filthy. I mean, filthy. Look, it's still got like a brown stain there. Look. But interestingly, right, listen to this. So Hayden messaged me and he said that, because he's got the Alpha Fly 3. He said that he's watched, I don't want to say this wrong because I'll get shot. He said he watched, and I'm not making this up, it's on here. I watched 8 reviews over the weekend on YouTube, and apparently I'm the only one that's negative on them. And I countered that with him, and I said, because he's got them, right, because he loves Alpha Fly. I wrote back and said, I bet out of those 8 people, I'm the only one that actually physically paid for them. Just putting that out there. Not that it should make a difference, because it doesn't make a difference on this channel, whether I buy the shoe or not. I will always give an honest opinion. But I'm just putting that out there. I'll leave that with you. So, look, Alpha Fly 3, if you've not seen the video, the big problem with the shoe for me is that the blistering remains with the shoe. So I got wicked blisters. I did a half marathon. I did the Welling half marathon on Sunday. It was the first race of the year, and I was blowing. But on the inside here, camera's a bit bright because of the way I've got it setting. Just here, it's like sticks up. I'm trying to show you because, and again, I appreciate on the podcast, this is no good if you're listening to this. But if I do that, you can see that it's raised here. There. See that? So that is what has given me all the problems. Now, that is not as severe as the other models. Okay. So it's not so bad as the other models. When I ran in the 2, I had a blister. Imagine this is the bottom of my foot. Apologies again for on the podcast. But see, that's about the length of the blister I had on my arch when I ran in the 2s at the London A6 10K. It absolutely stripped it of any skin. They ain't as bad, but I've still got the problem. So if you are looking at the Alpha Fly 3, it drops again in March, and you've had arch issues previously, you've been warned. And you've been warned because Nike's return policy, I was told this on Saturday by somebody, has changed. Now, previously, with Nike's return policy is, and I'm not sure 100% what it is, but basically you could have them for a period of time and you could just chuck them back to them. Okay? Worn or not. Again, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but apparently you could just get the shoe and run it if you didn't like it and return it, which I think stand up to them. That's a decent returns policy. They've now changed that. Don't forget Nike, was it before Christmas, after Christmas, they reported that basically their earnings are down. So I'm not surprised that they've changed this because based on their earnings and the projections for 2024, 25. So they've changed that policy, and I don't know what it is, but the only change in the policy that was significant for somebody to tell me is FORDY, because they wanted me to mention it on the pod, was, have you seen the fact that now you can't send them back worn? I didn't know that. Now you guys know that. Now that changes in my mind. If you're sitting there and you're thinking, oh, I quite fancy the Alpha Fly 3 for the London Marathon or Boston or whatever, or whatever you was thinking about shelling out 285 quid of your own money, but you got it and it didn't work for you, you're then stuck with that shoe. All right, you could sell it on eBay or on the 40 Runs buy and sell page or whatever, right? But you can't send that back because apparently you previously could worn with Nike. You can't do that now. So I think it's even more important that information straight out of the box. I ran it and I got those issues. I'll give that to you. Now, I will run them again because I'm happy to say if that was just a one-off thing. I would say I ran the Adidas Pro 3 straight out of the box at Great North Run. So the video's up on YouTube. And I had no issues with the Adidas Pro 3. So maybe that suits my foot shape. But the Alpha Fly 3 gave me blisters. But I am going to try it again. Okay? I am happy to try it again. It's definitely been improved. It's lighter. It's more stable. The outsole's much better. The upper's better. And the ride, I would say, I wouldn't say noticeably quicker. But when I was like leaning on the pace a little bit at the start, and then we was dropping down to like 750, 745 per mile, and we was deliberately running a conservative race because I knew it would bite later on, and it wasn't flat, right? But the quicker I got, the shoe felt better, which it should. Yeah, I was running. I think we came out of the stadium at like 650 per mile. It felt great. Excuse me. So you're going to get that, okay? It's going to be a quicker shoe. All of these elite shoes are designed to go a certain pace. That said, I do think it's all relative. So if I'm pushing out, because like people if you go on the comments on YouTube, people are going, oh, you're anybody trying to run 330, don't bother wearing the Alpha Fly. I'm not quick enough and all this, you get usual Herberts. I think it's relative because it's effort, isn't it? So if I was going for that, Why would I not try and put something like that on? It's just more the fact that I don't think that shoe is suited to my foot more than anything else. Energy returns great in it, carbon plate, all that's more stable. That's all good with the Alpha Fly 3. But I'm just worried that it doesn't like sort of fit my foot shape with the arch and stuff. There is the option of changing out the insole, which is something I may do. So I could try that. But let's see. I'm going to run them again. As I say, we've got some shoes coming in from New Balance Brooks that I've got to prioritize, and then we'll go. We'll see how they fit in terms, because I've got quite a few races coming up as I try and get myself back up to speed. But my sort of initial thoughts were that the Vaporfly 3 suits me better. Yeah, that's. I'm going to cough. Hang on. That's what I think. I think that at the moment, sitting here, and I can't believe I'm saying it, I think the Vaporfly 3, which I believe is a more stable product than the 2, doesn't feel necessarily as explosive, actually would suit me better. That's my belief sitting here right now. But again, I'm happy to give it a try. But I just wanted to report that back. I think that's the best thing to do. Right, okay, so that's the Alpha Fly 3. If you've got any questions about the Alpha Fly 3, stick them in the chat. And if you're listening to this as a podcast, come and join us live. And then we can have a chat about stuff. Right, let's go, you lovely lot. Look at you all. Beautiful. Right, evening, Bam Bam. Robert, John, Dawn, Lucio. Great to see some new faces. Craig. Did it snow in Cardiff? Amy, Chris, Lindsay, Ashley. Alf, Robert. Oh, it's brilliant. I love it. Okay. Let's move down. Thank you, Gary. Yeah, that was that professional as ever. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Okay, first comment that I'm going to put up. Ryan, just got a pair of Boston 12s. Would you say I can do it all in them rather than rotation for marathon training? Yeah, the Boston 12 is still, I think, the other than the Super Blast, put that to one side because you can't buy them at the moment because there's no stock anywhere. I think the Boston 12 is the best shoe out there. If you could buy only one shoe at the moment, it's the Boston 12 because you can do everything in it. And yes, you could run a marathon in them. Yes, you can run a half. Yes, you can do catch to 5 in it. It is that shoe that can do everything. Great outsole, nice propulsion, good midsole. It's not necessarily unstable. The only thing that lets the Adidas Boston 12 down is the upper. It's a bit crap. But you know what? Probably next incarnation will be a damn sight better. Adidas are on an upward trajectory. Smash it. Do you know what I mean? It's an unbelievable shoe. And I've seen them on sale already. So I'd pick them up. Yeah, I really would. And yeah, we always say about, having a couple of shoes in your rotation if you can afford it. But if you can't and there's only one shoe, then the Boston 12 will tick all the boxes. 100%. Reminds me very much of what the Speed from Saucony, the first Speed that came out. It's not as fast as that shoe, but ultimately I do think that the usage is as versatile. You can literally do everything. Okay, right. Evening, Mick. Happy New Year. Can we still say that? Yeah, I was just having that discussion with somebody else. I think you can, kind of, if we haven't said it already. Just wondering, do you know how Arsenal got... Mick's asking who Arsenal got in the next round of the FA Cup. I'm not starting a war on that one. But you know who my allegiances are. I'm saying nothing else than that. I love the fact that we drop it in football straight on it. Okay. Evening, Chris from Ian. Happy New Year. Happy New Year shoes question. Nova Blast 4 for £130 or the Nova Blast 3 LE for 90. What do you reckon? Is it worth the extra 40 quid? Different shoe. The Nova Blast 4's grown up. It's a bit boring. It's one of those shoes that sort of fading out into nothingness. It's a really good shoe, right? Don't get me wrong here. They're all very good shoes. There's not much to choose between these shoes at the moment. And that's the thing with these daily trainers. I would be looking for a daily trainer that would just knock me in the face between the eyes. I'm hoping the Rebel 4 does that, for example. So I'm looking for a shoe that comes alive in terms of a daily shoe at the moment because they're all a bit the same. So, Yeah, I mean, it's whether you got the other 40 quid, to be honest with you. Um, the Nova Blast 4 is a great shoe. Nova Blast 3 is a great shoe, but whether they're worth more than the extra 40 quid, probably not. But yeah, they're all as much of a muchness, to be honest. Now these daily trainers, they're all gone a bit boring. That's what I loved about the original Nova Blast. It was a bit of a nutter, came out of nowhere, and that's what I'm hoping we're going to get with the Rebel 4 from New Balance. Let's see, people. Evening, Steve. Right. Definitely going to get a cold. You know when your nose is itching. Many thanks for the evening, Nick. So let's give Nick a shout out. Evening, Fordy. Many thanks for the Cumulus 25 Gore-Tex recommendation. Brilliant shoe in the slush. Yeah, I've been living like in my Cumulus 25, not just like for running, just living in them. They're brilliant shoe, and you can pick them up cheap as well. Fantastic shoe. Cumulus 25 Gore-Tex winter shoe. I think it's one of the best I've had for a while, actually. Really, really is. I can't recommend that shoe enough. Yeah, really recommend the Cumulus 25 Gore-Tex. Ashley, question for you. I'm doing London this year and I would like to upgrade my Alpha Fly ones, which I love. In your opinion, what's the better shoe, Alpha Fly 3 or Adidas Pro 3? Sitting here, but only after one run in the Alpha Fly 3, but it was a race. I didn't just go out and do 7 miles around the block or a couple of runs just to put them on Strava. I went and did a race in them. But sitting here, for me personally, the way my feet are, I'd say the Pro 3, the Adidas Pro 3. Do I think I could have run faster in a Pro 3 yesterday? No. Do I think it made any difference what shoe I was in yesterday? No, because my fitness levels weren't there. But I do feel like the Pro 3 would have suited me better yesterday because it's like just an old friend I would have put on. I still think the Adidas Pro 3, for me, because of the setup of the shoe, the Light Strike Pro, the rods, the upper, the fit, and the way it just feels, the outsole is just the perfect marathon shoe at the moment. But again, we've got some great shoes coming. SC Trainer, SC Elite, Hyperion 4, Elite 4. That looks good. So let's see, right? Let's see what's coming. There's a lot of good shoes on the horizon. A lot of shoes coming out in February. So let's see where it goes. But for out of those two, I'd go Adidas Pro 3, which you can pick up a lot cheaper, like 100 quid cheaper. No, was it 150 pound cheaper? Yeah, 150 pound cheaper. You could actually buy, right? Interesting fact of the stream. You could buy 2 pairs of Adidas Pro 3s, roughly, give or take a 10 or 15 quid for the price of an Alpha Fly 3. I'll leave that thought with you. Okay, Robert, Chris, is it just me or does the New Balance Fuel Cell 2024 lineup look like it could be absolutely awesome? Believe in the run, seem to love it. Yes. Yes, it does look awesome. The SC Trainer looks amazing. The SC Elite looks, and I've seen the SC Elite because Thomas ran it in New York. And I've talked about the New Balance with them. Rebel looks really exciting. I love the blue colorway that they've got in the Rebel. The Pacer, I don't think would suit me. I think that would probably be more a like 10K half shoe for me. I think with the lower stack on the plate, it just wouldn't work for me. I prefer something with a bit more stack. That said, let's get it on. Let's try it. So I'm hopeful that I get all of those shoes. I'm not 100% sure what's coming when. All I know is that the oh, you're joking. Craig, is that right? We've got Man City in the cup. Oh, anyway, so we went off pace, but yeah, I just hope that I think I'll probably get the Elite first because that drops on the 1st of February, and then I think it's the Rebel. But let's see what we get this week. So fingers crossed. But well, I'll let you know as soon as I get. I'd love one of those shoes for the weekend. That'd be awesome. I thought you looked weird without your hat on. Yep, thank you very much. Somebody said I had a nice head of hair. It's going. Trust me, it's going. Dover Park Run. Yes, I'm at Dover Park Run this weekend if you fancy coming down there. I know I keep changing where I'm going every weekend. I put it up on Instagram and I end up somewhere else. But I'm going to Dover Park Run this week unless this cold gets really bad. Will you be wearing the Alpha Flies? Well, you know what? If nothing else comes in, why not? Do you do strength training? I'm back in the gym tomorrow, people. I will be moaning about it on Friday on the live stream about my strength training, about the gym. I'll be in there moaning about all the people in there. I hate going to the gym, but I'm back in there tomorrow. See how my back holds up. And I want to strengthen that back area. So I'm back in the gym tomorrow. So aim for me is twice a week. Usually do about 20 minutes on a bike, 5-something minutes, because it's about all I could take on a rowing machine. Then I work upper body or lower body, depending on what I'm focused on. That's how I tend to do it. Just basically do the machines. No, I don't. Nothing's complicated. Might jump up on those mats. I might jump on and off a few of them a couple of times on one leg and things like that. But nothing really interesting other than that. Alpha Fly. I am the only one not interested. No, I don't think you are, Robert. I think a lot of people aren't interested. It's £285, Robert. Who has £285 to spend on a pair of running shoes? Well, I did, but it's £285. It's a lot of money. Like normal people, reasonable people, it's £285. Why would you spend £285 on that shoe? On any shoe? Defies logic. Remember that shoe's been bought out for elite athletes to wear, and they price it like that deliberately. But it doesn't make any sense to me. We got Man City. Well, mind you, I don't know. We'll see. Jason, for a 4-hour marathon, would the Adidas Pro 3 be the better choice? Arch issues aside. Now, that is an interesting question. Arch issues aside, that's hard. Because I've run some steady marathons in the Alpha Fly 1. Under 4 hours. I think I would go with the Adidas Pro 3 because it's like an old friend, and I'm confident in it. That's probably where I'd come from. But I have got fond memories of Alpha Fly 1. I honestly loved that shoe. Absolutely loved that shoe. In a way, it was a bit of a game changer for me. I genuinely, right, I'll put this out there. I genuinely am gutted that the Alpha Fly 3 has got this arch issue, because I really wanted that shoe to work for me. I really wanted to wear that at London Marathon, although I might not be able to anyway. That's a story for another day. But now I'm just a bit annoyed about it. Yeah, that's a really good question. I think Head says Pro 3, Heart says Alpha Fly. John, how do the running groups work? Thinking about joining the Hartford group, worried about this. John, come along. Don't worry about being slow. All our sessions are designed for every type of runner. Our sessions are deliberately designed to be totally inclusive. The whole club is set up to be totally inclusive. We don't separate groups. We don't have a B people or a slow group or this group or that group. We don't do none of that. Zero. I pride myself on that, and I get really annoyed just even talking about it. So come along, John. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. No excuse. I'll see you there. Kurt. Happy New Year. Happy New Year's. I read a Takumi Sen review today. I know you like the 8, but can you convince me not to get this over my Adidas? Right. Sorry. I must read these better because that's one bit of feedback I got. So, Kurt's read a Takumi Sen 10 review today. I know he knows I like the 8, but can you convince me to get this over my Adidas Pro 3s? I love the shoe and use it for all my races and even some partners. No, I can't convince you to get the Takumi Sen 10. The Takumi Sen 10, 8, 9 is a fantastic shoe, but it's limited in use, in my view, for everyday runners. I think the Adidas Pro 3 offers better value because you can do more in it. Does that answer that, Kurt? I hope that does. And the reason I say that is because it's got a little bit more stack in it. It's just a little bit more less tuned in for that 5K, 10K area. And I think you can do those sessions in the Pro 3. There we go. Alf, hair looks good. Thank you. Hair looks great. Okay, Alf, it is just taking a rise out of my barnet. Carry on. Matthew B, your integrity remains intact. Is both valued and appreciated. Thank you. I do appreciate that a lot, especially after some of the comments from some of the people today on that YouTube video. Some absolute, it really is some absolute idiots. There was one geezer saying around said that the title was clickbait. How's the title clickbait? There is a big problem with the shoe. It gives you blisters. It wrecks the arch of your feet. How's that clickbait? I wrote something there. There is a big problem. Alphafly 3 is a big problem. There is a big problem. The redesign didn't work. That's a big problem. So you could jog on, whoever that was. Right. HF Prepper. I'm suspicious everybody else says there's no problems with the Alphafly. Just bought a pair of Adidas Pro 3s with the 40 rounds discount code. Hero. I'm suspicious everybody else says there's no problems with the Alphafly. Yeah, but again, right, this is specific. This is where you always take these reviews with a pinch of salt. Because everybody's feet, funnily enough, are different. It's like, who was it? The guy from Run Testers. He said he doesn't notice the arch, but he didn't notice it in the previous version. So then he's not going to have a problem with the shoe, is he? Because the arch is not rubbing him. So do you see what I mean? It's all relevant, isn't it? If you had the problem in the previous shoe, then I had the problem in this shoe. So, I mean, maybe those reviewers, whoever they were, didn't have that issue. Or maybe they did, but they just didn't want to say it because they didn't want to never not get any shoes from Nike again. I don't know. But I'm guessing it's the fact that they never had the arch issue problem in the past. Or maybe they did. Again, everybody's different. All I could do is take a picture, show you the evidence, and then you decide what you want to do. Right. I'm the same as that. Are the new ones similar or worse to the original? They are. I didn't have a bigger problem with the original version. I had the problem with the second version in the arch. It seemed to be okay for like 10K. When I'm saying that, I had a problem with the Asics. The arch in the second one seemed to impact higher up than the first version, where this seems to be lower like the first version. Does that make any sense? I'm showing the hit. So I got the shoe again in my hand, right? So on the first version, it was very similar to this in terms of the arch. Like, I'm going to crease it down again. Apologies on the podcast, but I'm creasing up the Alphafly. But it's like this lump here. But it's like lower. It's definitely lower than other versions. 2 was a lot more significant than this. This is definitely lower. So I would say it's not as bad as 1 if you struggled, but it's still noticeable. I don't know whether that helps or not. But bottom line, I had a problem with them. Johnny, Nova Blast floor. I've been enjoying running in them so far, about 40 miles. Good. Phone wearing down front and middle between rubber section. How did your pair get on? They're downstairs. I wish I'd bought them. No problem in terms of wear and tear so far. Like none. Don't know how many miles I've got in them. Not tracked it. All I know is they're not green anymore. Okay. Alf, Fordy, I think you should put your Nike under embargo until they sort returns policy out. Yeah, maybe we should send an email in. What do you think? And see what happens there. Mark's changes insoles out on his Alphaflies. So that I say a lot of people said that on the comments in the video to switch that out. Yeah, I'm with you, Craig. Vaporfly 3s. I've got a feeling that could be the way to go. What happened with sports shoes? So they cancelled loads of people's orders, and so the Alphafly 3 dropped. They said, "Oh yeah, we've got them," and actually, they cancelled loads of people's orders, which I thought was a bit naughty, to be honest with you, because they must have known the inventory. So it's a bit of a poor show, really. Rob. All the Alpha Flies have been awesome for me. No problems whatsoever. The heel design, the new Adios range ripped my heels to shreds. See, that's the point, Rob. Bang on. Everybody's feet are different. So, there is 8 reviews out there of the Alpha Fly 3, and, they're all positive. That's probably because they may suit all those people. They may run a certain speed, have a certain foot shape, all that sort of stuff. So that's why everybody's opinion is valid. And all I can do is tell you what I've experienced. So there we go. Thanks for that, Rob. That's a good comment. That's a good shout, Steve. Will I switch the Alpha Fly to shorter races? Yeah, that's not a bad shout, actually. Yeah, that's not a bad shout, Steve, in terms of switching them out for a 5 or 10K. I don't tend to race 5Ks. So I may, for a 10K, could wear them at the winter 10K, couldn't I? It's not a bad shout. Yeah, the Great North Run ballots open. Make sure you come along to that if you can. We're going to be doing a big shakeout run again. Robert, are you doing the Robert? Are you doing the Robert? Am I doing the London Winter 10K? I am doing the London Winter 10K. I am going to be there. Are you doing an ultra? Yes, I am. Hi, Chris. Got the belief. Oh, yes, our journal. I'm glad you liked it. So Gary bought our journal. If you're into writing, you're diarising your running, we sell on Amazon a running journal. It's 52 weeks. Keep track of whatever you're doing. We've had some really positive feedback from everybody. Thank you very much on that. Just get over to Amazon. I think just best thing to do is type in like 40 runs believe running journal or something like that, and it will hopefully come up in the search. But yeah, I've been blown away by how many people have loved it. So thanks to everybody who's loved that. It's try to keep it simple. Try to keep a place for all those things you can't write on Strava. That's the idea of it, basically, to give you how you feel after the run, before it, what are those wins, what are those losses, what can you improve on the following week, what you're prioritizing, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, been really blown away by it. So check that out. Penny's thinking of, what's she thinking of? Getting the Pro 3 to go with the Boston 12s. It's the perfect combination. Adidas Pro 3 and the Boston 12s is the best combination out there, I would say. Mick's doing the Winter 10K. What would you say is the best for this? Vaporfly 3, Adidas Pro 3, or Endorphin Pro 3? I would go Vaporfly 3. Why, you ask? I just think probably set up to be a bit sort of more lively. Pro 3, Adidas Pro 3 carries speed, contains it, holds it. The Endorphin Pro 3 sort of sits between the two. I would go Vaporfly 3. Light it up, big boy. Light it up. Bang on here from Kurt. Pretty much answers the answer I wanted. New Adidas Pro 3 coming my way. Good boy. Get involved. Craig's tried the Alpha Fly 2 and had the arch issues as well, so return them. You won't be able to do that anymore. Vision has gone blurry, Chris. Hard to read the messages. Maybe that's to do with the lighting. Hang on. Let me turn this down. Oh, it's gone up. Oh, it's like a light show. How's that? Let's turn that down. How's that, Gary? Let me know. Turn this down. We'll just adjust it while we're on there. It don't matter. How's that, Gary? Seems fine. Could be Chris's. How's that, people? Doesn't help. I've got no backlight at all. So the camera's probably struggling. But let me know. Internet's fine. So it's probably just more the camera than anything else. But we'll bat on. Right. Okay. Last couple. I feel like I'm like really bright now. 40. Will you be testing the Socky Endorphin Pro 4? Yes, I will. It's another one actually that I'm waiting to hear from. But yeah, I've got to be very careful. Yeah, I think I'll just say yeah. That's probably the best way to say it. Yeah, I will be testing them. When is a different question. It's more. I know there's some issues out there, not just over in this country with regards to stuff like that. So there we go. Gary loved his thing. Oh, what's this one? Howdy from Atlanta. How cool is that? Carl just got a pair of Vaporfly 3s in the mail today. Any tips to get the best out of them? Just run them hard. I've got to be honest with you. Just run them hard. The Vaporfly 3 is a quick shoe. I don't think it's as fast as 2. I think that was probably the best so far out of those shoes. But yeah, I just run them hard. It's a great shoe. I'm being serious. I'm seriously thinking if I had to run a marathon tomorrow in a Nike shoe, I'd probably go Vaporfly 3 over the Alphafly 3. Mainly because my arch probably would kill me. But I've had no arch issues. I've had no hot spots, no chafing, no issues whatsoever. I did a 20-mile or 80-mile long run in the Vaporfly 3. No problem at all. 0. So that would probably be my weapon of choice. If London was tomorrow, I'd probably die doing it. I'll go, okay, I'm glad that maybe it's just Gary's internet. This is a good question. FORDY had roast beef and Yorkshire pudding around a PB at the Victoria Half Sun. What's your pre-race dinner of choice? Pre-race dinner is really boring. I always have the night before just a bowl of pasta. Plain pasta. Literally butter, salt, pepper, bit of cheese. That's it. My belly is murder. It can't take much. It's really struggles with it. It really does. And it's a funny old thing. I can have pizza. That seems to be okay, but it's not. It's still not brilliant. I get away with pizza on the half, but on the full marathon, I have to go plain Jane. It's just my way my belly is. It's really boring. I'm a funny old thing with food. I have to have it like I get up 3 hours before I go and do a long run to have like my porridge, and it's got to be like the same porridge. I'm murder. I really am. Worst thing for me is when I travel abroad and do these races and trying to get it all in. Yeah, it is revolting, Alf. But the thing is, I need to get the carbs right, but I can't afford to have like anything like garlic or I know. I mean, I love tomato sauce and all that sort of culinary stuff, and nothing nicer than just having some spaghetti and meatballs, right? But my guts just can't handle it. I just get cramps when I'm up, and I don't want. I'm a nervous, anxious mess when I go anywhere anyway, so I don't want to be thinking about using the porta potty and all this sort of stuff because I've gone big on what I've had the night before. So yeah, I'm a very very plain person. In New York, I had pizza. In Berlin, I had pasta with a bit of pizza. But no, it was mainly pasta actually because we went out. But I try and eat as plain as I can. No garlic. Garlic turns me over rotten on race day. So if you want to ruin my race, slip some garlic into my food. That'll always do it. But yeah, that's my sort of pre-race food really. I've got to talk to you about the National Running Show before we go. So on the 20th, 21st, but on the 20th, the Saturday, we've got the live show of the podcast on stage at 11 o'clock. If you've not got your tickets yet and you're in the UK, make sure you get along to that. We will have the stand there. I won't be on the stand in the morning. I will be doing something else, but I will be there just before we go on stage at 11, and then I'll be there all afternoon. And then we've got a big group run, and I mean big. I've seen the numbers signed up for it. We've got a big group run in the evening, and then I'm there Sunday. I'm there Sunday morning through to like early afternoon on Sunday. But if you're around Birmingham or you want to come around, hang out on Saturday, I won't be on the stand until well, I'll be on there just before the show, but the live show is at 11, and you have to be there 15 minutes beforehand before you go on. So I'll do that, but I will be there all afternoon. So if you want to come and hang out, chat about shoes, whatever, come and say hi. I'll be there on Saturday, and then to say Sunday, I will be there all day basically. Let's say from when it opens until till 3 o'clock, something like that, and then we just shut it down and go home because it would have been long enough. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's a great way to wrap up the first bite size of the year. I can only apologise for the coughing, blowing, snorting, burping all the way through tonight. The very unprofessional open tonight. The lack of hat, lack of lighting, everything. And yeah, I think it's just brilliant to be back. 2024 is going to be huge for 40 runs. I'm going to blow your minds in February. You're going to go, you've done what? That's going to be awesome. We've got some super, super cool things to do. We've got some really, really busy periods of the year, including like from now until April. I'm pretty much racing every weekend. I've got a packed schedule. Do you want me to tell you some of the races I'm doing before we go? Do it 3 minutes. I'll tell you what I'm doing. Hang on. Quick. So just in case you've hung around to the end of the show, so I've got Extreme Park Running Dover this week. I've got National Running Show, Bedford 10 miler, Watford half. I'm in Wales for something, can't say what. Winter 10K. I'm then in Paphos. I'm then doing something on March 17th. London Landmarks half. I'm up in Manchester Marathon. We've got a big shakeout run up there. London Marathon, Birmingham half, Leeds half. Leeds Marathon. I'm there, but I'm not running. I've got another event on the 26th of May I can't talk about. I'm doing the Global Running Day. We've got Southend half, A6 10K. Can't talk about that. Big half, Great North Run, Vitality 10K, Berlin Marathon, Manchester half, and then something else. Did you get all that? Hopefully you did. I'm not going to read that out anymore. I've still got Alf's comments up, man. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. What was that? Just come in and then I'm going. Start of the year. What can I do to improve my immune system? I'm taking this thing. I put it on Instagram the other day. So I drink a lot of stuff from Arbon, right? Because it's all natural products. That's what I had just before I jumped on here. It's one of the reasons why I've been burping that way through. But I drink this like thing at the moment. I got off of like we all do. Got off of TikTok. It's like this green thing, superfoods product, mango flavored. It's got like 21 superfoods like drilled down into like this powder. I'm drinking that to boost my immune system. Lunch today was some like barley or something wheat couscous stuff with chicken and a lemon and herb dressing with like some tomatoes and some veg in it, broccoli. That was all in there. That was lunch today. Dinner was a small spaghetti, but like right, small portion, almost kids' portion. And breakfast was porridge and a banana. So I'm trying to balance out the diet with reasonable amount of protein, obviously the fruits and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to get as much goodness in me as I can. I say I was sick before Christmas. I feel like I'm getting a cold now, coughing all the way through this. But I'm trying to boost stuff with drinking like the stuff from Arbon, which has got natural stuff in it, like the fizz sticks and things like that, and that superfood thing on top of all the other stuff. That's what I'm doing, and basically drinking a what's it load of water. That's the key, I think, is drinking just loads and loads of water. That really I find helps as well. And I'm also drinking more herbal tea than I probably have done as well for a while. Trying to cut some of the coffee out. That doesn't help with like anxiety and things like that. So trying to cut some of the coffee out as well. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing to improve my hopefully immune system. and lose a bit of weight as well along the way. I'm trying to do a bit of that as well at the front end of the year, because I tend to put weight on during marathon training because of all the water and stuff. So try and do a bit of that as well. But there we go. Okay, right. Hopefully this audio, Toby, if you're listening to this, the audio is better tonight than it was on the podcast on Friday. And I will leave you all. I shall see you all on Friday. We are back. We're going to be talking about running apps, amongst other things. So there's a post up on Instagram about emailing in with some feedback on running apps. And there's also one in the Facebook group. Make sure you comment on that. We want to know your feedback on running apps, whether they're good, bad, what you pay for, what you don't pay for. We want to give some feedback on that this week on the show. So make sure you get involved in that. Keep an eye out for tomorrow's video. I think you're going to dig it. If you're after a pair of shoes, watch that video tomorrow. I shall persist with the Alpha Fly 3. Let's see. I might wear them Saturday. It was a good call. I might wear them down Docklands. See what they're like over 5K. Depends what we get in this week in terms of shoes coming in. Let's see what comes in this week in terms of review, and if I need to get some miles in certain shoes. But let's see what happens there. I might even wear them in London, actually. I've got 6 miles to do. Anyway, thinking out loud. So I shall see you all guys on Friday. Thank you very much for sticking around for this long, as I've sort of whittled on. I shall see you all when I see you. I'm going to play the outroll now. I shall catch you all later. Be safe. Have fun, guys. Thanks again for joining me live. I really appreciate it. We're back. We're live every Monday, every Friday, unless there's something weird going on. But that's it. Right. I shall see you all later.